D1 Media Pro presents Union County Hoops this evening from New Providence High School in New Providence, Union County, New Jersey. Comets, Pioneers, next on the NFHS Network.
He's going to take it himself for a championship! A double play wins it for free!
Turn it to the end zone. What a catch! The Cotton touchdown!
Into the layup, goes at the buzzer.
Volusia wins it! The championship!
Good evening and welcome to New Providence High School in New Providence, Union County, New Jersey. Tonight we present to you Union County Hoops. I'm Ryan Lowy. I'm joined with Alex Weiss and Jordan, the recording Cooper on camera. And Alex, I'd like to welcome you into this one between the 10-3 Hillside Comets and the 4-11 New Providence Pioneers. Alex, what are your exquisite keys to the game?
Thank you, Ryan. It's a pleasure as always. First off, for Hillside, they need to stay hot. They have 9 wins in their last 10 games. They have a 10-3 record overall. These guys are flying. They need to keep the win streak going. If they want to win this game, they need to keep their momentum going. And then New Providence, they need to keep the offense coming, right? They need to keep the scoring coming. They're averaging over 53 points per game as a team. And they have the second highest overall point total in the Mountain Division. Now going back to Hillside here, Hillside needs to keep the paint clear. They have the lowest points against in the division, and that's a really good sign for them. However, New Providence is really good this year at putting the ball in the basket from the interior. Lastly, for New Providence, they need to step it up on defense. They have not been great this year on defense. They have the highest points against in their division, and if they want a shot at beating this very skilled Hillside team, they're going to need to step it up. They have guys among the likes of Will Lapp with 25 steals on the year and nearly half a block per game, and Jackson Zarinko, who is averaging 1.5 steals a game. If these guys are going on the defensive end, they're going to have a real shot at winning this game, Ryan.
Like that, Alex, I thank you. Those are your keys to the game. Coming up, we got starting lineups and basketball live from New Providence High School. It's Union County Hoops from New Providence, New Jersey, folks. Stay tuned after this message from our sponsor at NJ Orthopedics.
The North Jersey Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Institute is the preferred practice for diagnosis and orthopedic treatment in New Jersey. From the moment you become a patient in our practice, our experienced team supports you until your full recovery with education, compassion, and understanding. Our focus includes sports injuries, as well as the treatment of a broad range of orthopedic complaints, from common tendon ailments and arthritic joint pain to traumatic injuries. Our facility offers an on-site physical therapy suite. In conjunction with specifically designed exercise programs, non-invasive and advanced healing technology, we can not only address the current injury, but also find the underlying cause, such as muscle weakness, imbalance, or improper form. We also offer non-surgical modalities, such as platelet-rich plasma injections, which can lead to an accelerated recovery. To provide efficient and excellent care, personal interactions and individualized attention for each patient is important. We are committed to create a protocol that can eliminate similar injuries in the future. At North Jersey Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Institute, we are dedicated to providing the highest standard of care and comfort of athletes, including patients with non-related sports injuries. Board-certified orthopedic surgeon and sports medicine specialist Dr. Michael Rusinella utilizes non-surgical and minimally invasive surgical procedures to help patients regain back their quality of life.
Welcome back to New Providence, New Jersey. Ryan Lowy on the call alongside Alex Weiss and Jordan, the recording Cooper on camera. And Alex, we're Essex County natives, and we came out to Union today to get a good basketball game in because these are two teams with high aspirations for today. New Providence, not as good of a record as a strong Hillside, but New Providence coming off of a good year last year and a talented squad. But let's talk about that key player that they do not have on the roster today. That's the big man, Nick Bassash, the two-sport athlete. He is your injured player today that will not be participating for New Providence. And then for the Hillside Comets, but on the IR not playing today, Lewis Denner due to personal reasons. And that brings us into our starting lineups, Alex. We're first going to start off with the visiting Hillside Comets. Coach for them.
I think Elijah Fletcher is going to be senior. He's a leader in this team. He's leading them in points, assists, 2-point baskets, and steals. This guy has been absolutely electric for these Hillside Comets, and he's my player to watch tonight, Ryan.
For the Hillside Comets, they're rolling with two guards, two forwards in the center Charles Allen, two forwards Darth Siddons and Delroy Smith, and in the guards are Elijah Fletcher and Darren Egu. A couple returners on that roster. Key player that grabbed it was Jaheim Lewis last year. He was a part of that team 2 years ago that won them their divisional championship. And then now for the hosting but struggling New Providence Pioneers, they're head coached by an elite head coach of Coach Katana, who has over 500 career victories. And who is your player to watch for the New Providence Pioneers?
I think the Pioneers are going to need to run their game through senior forward James Pezdera. He has 31 threes on the year. That is team leading, and he's hitting nearly 4 threes a game. That's counting into his 15.6 points per game, and it is his leadership and his leading. That is why the team is averaging nearly 9 3-pointers a game. James Pezdera is my player to watch tonight, Ryan.
Well, Alex, I thank you. And now we're going to wait for the national anthem right here at New Providence High School's main gym facility. Alex and I got to tell you for this one, these are two teams clashing it out, just continue to push themselves up here in Union County.
Yeah, both of these teams, although the record for New Providence might not show up, but they've been a really good team this year. I know they're last in the division, but that can be deceiving. They are second place in terms of points for as a team throughout the season.
We're now going to step aside and hand it to the local PA announcer. He'll prep you for today's game.
Between your New Providence Pioneers and the visiting Hillside Comets. Before we get to tonight's action, please rise, remove your caps, as we honor this great country of ours and all those protecting our freedoms here abroad with the playing of our national anthem.
New Providence and Hillside. We're about to get the starting lineups. We're going to start off with the Hillside Comets. We're going to hand it back to the PA announcer.
Number 0, Darren Igho. Number 3, Elijah Fletcher. Number 4, Delroy Smith. Number 23, Darth Siddons. And number 24, Chuck Allen. Your Comets are led by assistant coaches Albert Mills, Deshaun Marino, and Trevin Thomas, and the coach, Mr. Devon Giles. And now the starting lineup for your New Providence Pioneers. And sophomore, number 2, Jose Zalike. And there, senior, number 10, Matt Demoreski. And there, senior, number 5, Scott. Number 25, Pioneers are led by assistant coaches Nick Sermo, Mike Sudbury, Matt Mans, and Dan Morena, and my head coach in his 39th season at the helm, Mr. Mark Catano.
Those were your starting lineups. It's a first versus last matchup here in the Union County Conference's Mountain Division. Tied for first with Oratory Prep is Hillside, and then in last at front Providence. We're always standing in front of New Providence. They're 3-9, and then of course Hillside just trying to battle it out with Oratory to win the Mountain Division. There are 3 divisions here in the Union County Conference of New Jersey. The highest obviously being the Watchung Division, holding one of New Jersey and the nation's best within Roselle Catholic, who haven't lost a game since their first game of the season, where they took on Camden, the other one of the top 10 teams in the nation, as a matter of fact. So that's a very high level of basketball we see here in Union County, especially Elizabeth and Westfield and Linden and Plainfield. That whole Watchung division absolutely stacked. New Providence hope to possibly one day see themselves there as well, and that is why we're going to prep ourselves for this matchup. Looking into the past, Alex.
Hillside is coming off a tremendous game on 1st of February against Newark Lab. They won by a margin of 83.
Now we're ready for tip-off, and we'll continue with that in a minute, Alex. We got a great game coming up here between Hillside and New Providence. Hillside really trying to move ahead of Oratory. Oratory played earlier at 4. And it is now underway, live here from New Providence High School. New Providence off the tip-off win. Here they come. They will control as Zarinko will swing on far side, big 3 opportunity. Down back. Pazdera passed on over. Hillside takes over. Good start for the Comets of Hillside. As you were saying, Alex, prepping us for this matchup.
Yeah, okay. Coming a dominant. Senior Garen Igbo, 27 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, about 2 steals. He was instrumental in that game. We're going to see him show out tonight, and he's going to be huge for this Hillside team. On the other side, New Providence, first, they suffered a 54 to 58 loss against Crawford. Guard Jackson Zarinko was held scoreless, averaging 7.2 points per game. That's something to watch out for as he's looking to have a bounce-back game. Ryan?
It's getting quite loud here at the New Providence main gym facility as we have a Comet on the ground. All right, standing up, a little rusty there is Elijah Fletcher after that one getting up. Looks like he's shaking his right leg. And now the Pioneers will take over once again. We have a 0-0 so far with 7.5 left to go in the opening quarter. Ryan Lowy joined with Alex Weiss and Jordan Cooper on camera. 3-ball opportunity to get us started today. That shot is just off right there. And here comes the Hillside Comets. Fletcher from outside. Taking his time, started by Zarinko. And a whistle blows. And it's a turnover. The New Providence Pioneers will take over. So Alex, scoring-wise in this first minute, not many shots at all.
Surprising, at least they've been running up the score this year. Despite being last place, they are second in points in this Mountain Division. On the other side of things, Hillside is dead last in scoring, despite being in first place.
Comets take over. Shot, in and out, put back, no good. We still don't have a score. In the air, unable to be handled by Hillside. We're waiting to hear what the call is. And it looks like that's an and 1, or it was on the ground. We're waiting on the official confirmation on what that was. Foul. And they're going to say it was an and 1, so that's how we get this one started. It's with a confusing score from the Hillside Comets. And this shot from Smith is no good. That's how we get started right here in New Providence, Union County, New Jersey, for some Union County hoops. New Providence control. Long on outside. Opportunity. Given away. Latman throws it up. Wildly off. Offensive rebound. Put back. 3-pointers. It's good! New Providence takes the lead. 3-2. What a finish. Zarinko. He might not have the height, but he has the hoops. Hillside controls now from the outside. Tip pass taken away by the Pioneers. They're looking for the upset victory. Pass outside 3-ball. Rim and out. Rebound is offensive. Latman gives it away. Zarinko can't finish his second shot. And Hillside are on control 2 minutes into this one. Not Michael Cofield. The returning Elijah Williams controls. Passes it over to Smith. Smith passed on inside. Outside 3-ball. It's good. Elijah Williams. The three-pointer. And now the hoops are coming into play, Alex.
Yeah, it was a bit of a slow start, but now they're falling, and something's telling me that they're not going to stop.
Zarenko feeling it from behind the mark. There's another three-pointer. New Providence is back on top. What a shot.
That was Zarenko again. He has 6 points already. You see his athleticism. He also is a star in both lacrosse and football, playing 3 positions on the gridiron.
Three-sport athlete. This one's chucked on up off the rim and out, rebounded by the big man, Charles Allen, who stands at 6'7". Nice pass connection inside, finish, fouled on the go-around right there. It's Dart Siddons. Siddons, 6'5". Hillside displaying a lot of height in their starting lineup. They got a 6'6" starter in Garen Igu, as well as a 6'5" starter in Dart Siddons, and a 6'7" starter within Charles Allen. First in. And we're tied up at 6.
You mentioned the height on this Comets team. It really stands out to me. You mentioned Dart Simmons standing well over 6 feet tall. Being a sophomore, he still might have room to grow. And if that's the case, in his junior and senior years, he's going to be a force to be reckoned with for these Hillside Comets.
Three ball, go! Timoreski gets his first point of the game. It's 9-7. Alex, are we in a three-point competition here? Union County Hoops is always the best. Inside finish is no good from Dart Siddons. Dart Siddons, a big year last year he had. Pass connection outside, a long three ball is off, punched away, and controlled by New Providence. And this one is taken away by Garen Igu. Igu, too strong of a dribble, he threw it ahead. Taken away Zarenko. We're moving quickly here, folks. Zarenko back outside. Timoreski swung on all the way far side. This ball will find Latman and finish by Nook. New Providence, their first 2 possession lead of the game, Alex.
Surprising start for sure, but the Pioneers are rolling, and I think they're going to keep going. Get off the ball, they need to pick it up.
Williams outside, here's a three-point ball from Igu. Well short, but it will work out in their favor, but the finish can't come. Sit-ins and whistles come in. And on the jump ball, possession is in favor of the Comets. Igu comes to throw it in. But you can really tell this student section happened to be back after last year, no fans allowed.
100%, Ryan.
Gotta love the enthusiasm, that Union County Hoops brings at all different levels. New Providence on the rebound, out off the missed shot. Three ball opportunity from Nook. It's dry. Rebound Igu. And Elijah Williams will take his time. Bar control from Allen and a whistle blows. And it looks like head coach Devon Giles will call a timeout for Hillside. Alex, what do you think of that start to the game? It was very explosive. But it was a 2-possession lead as we stand.
Very explosive, Ryan, and very surprising. I think Coach Giles, I don't think he's going to be speaking, in the lightest of terms with his players right now. That's what they wanted. This is not the start that they think they should have had. Obviously, a first-place team playing a last-place team, they expect big things. But right now, they're down 4 points. I personally think that Hillside's going to come out of this. They're going to come out flying. They're going to start throwing points on the board like it's second nature. I think the Pioneers are going to need to really buckle up for what's about to come from these Hillside Comets.
Well, Jackson Zarenko, the sharpshooter, is really a sophomore, and he's loving it right here at the main gym facility. Keep an eye on him. He wears number 2.
Sophomore, already 6 points with well over inning in this first quarter. Sophomore playing at this varsity level. I think we can expect really good things for him tonight and in the future.
Igu finds Wilker to returner. Williams back on outside. Fake 3 opportunity. Smith swings it on far. Fake 3 from Igu. Back on outside. Mid-range jumper from Darts. And out. Rebound poked on up into Hillside's hands, where finishing is Delroy Smith. 1 possession difference of 11-9. We've seen 20 points so far. Here's liking it from behind the 3 line. Hillside responding pretty strong, using their height to their advantage so far. It's been a great first quarter right here on the D1 Media Group page on the NFHS Network. Here's the sharpshooter within Zarenko. Swings an 3-point ball, rim and out. Rebound is offensive from Nook. Back on outside. 3-pointer Timoreski. Slows drive. Back on out. 3-ball Nook. Rim. Oh! 14-9. Bring on the hoops. Here in New Providence, overhead pass inside. Little connection, and a dart finish right there from Smith. Finds Hillside within 3. Giles, first year at the helm. New coach for the Hillside Comets, who struggled last year. Year prior, divisional champions. Union County basketball, some of the top in North Jersey, possibly even in New Jersey. 3-ball, that fits right through, baby, Matt DeMareski. New Providence doubles their lead, they're up 6.
Not surprising, DeMareski coming into tonight, 26 threes in only 15 games.
Finish from Dart Siddons, 4-point difference. Good basketball we got for you here. 3-ball. In and out, put back, no good as well. Rebound, Igu. Igu will slow down play. Coach Giles will yell some orders for his Comets. Williams to the big man within Charles Allen. Allen yet to get a shot off today, swings it on away. Smith mid-ranger contested, it's off. Rebound right into the hands of Allen, he fought for it. He loses it, it's just taken away by the sneaky Zarinko. Zarinko really getting himself involved, the sophomore. Latman gives it away. Here's a 3-ball from far. It's off. 2 Comets going to rebound it. The one finding it is Smith, and he'll give it over to Williams. Just about a minute left to play here in the opening quarter on the D1 Media Pro page on the NFHS Network. Igu poked away. He gets it back as he's poked away once again. A little feisty over there. Some good defense from Latman. 3-ball from far. Rim and out. Rebound easily poked into the hands of DeMareski. 40 seconds now left to go here in the first quarter. 17-13. Long 3-ball contested. Zarinko rimming out and right into the hands of Igu. And he'll find Elijah Williams. Williams jogs on up with it. One-on-one with Zarinko. Swung on outside. To the big man, Allen. Bounce pass connection. Williams chucks one up, and it's right in there.
I'm noticing, Ryan, that we have Elijah Fletcher and Michael Cofield getting up and ready to go on the Comets bench. I mentioned Fletcher before. He's averaging over 10 points per game. He's fundamental in this Hillside team. Let's see what he's going to be able to do when he gets into this game.
3-ball is off from Nook. Hillside rebound taken away by New Providence. Last second, he fits right through. What a finish. James Bosdera, the senior forward, wants to put an exclamation point on this first quarter, Alex. Break that first quarter down, as it was an exciting one.
Well, you said before, we had a slow start, but we knew eventually these teams would be able to put the ball in the basket. And obviously here, that 34 points in this first quarter combined, it was an absolute shooter show. We saw a multitude of 3-point shots, lots of good offense, and honestly, the thing that's most surprising to me is the way that these New Providence Pioneers have been able to come out strong and finish with a 2-possession lead at the end of the first quarter. Ryan, what do you think?
Well, I thought that was a very exciting corner. That's what you get when you watch Union County hoops at every level. They're shooting, they're big, they fit the basketball prodigy, and they just do excellent. So Rinko absolutely dominating with 6 points in the first. I think he's really been the player of the quarter so far.
Absolutely. I mean, you could see, like I mentioned, 3-sport athlete. His athleticism is extremely apparent on the court, and now you can see why he is one of the best players for these Pioneers.
And of course, a big loss for New Providence. Nick Basash is not playing, the senior guard.
It's a big loss for them. He's averaging 21 points per game and nearly 3 3-pointers a game. His scoring would be huge for these Pioneers, but they were without him tonight. But so far, they've been able to make do without him. Let's see what the second quarter holds for the Pioneers and the Comets.
Zarinko and the rest of New Providence's 3 balls have really been the reason why they're here today. These 3-point shots have just been absolutely brilliant, Alex. Rust, first touch of the game as he slings it on out, fake 3 from the big man, Matt Smith. On outside, little action from Bosdera. Swung on away, post side, the ball finds Latman, poked away, able to recover on it. Pass outside, here's a 3-ball from the big man, Smith finds it! New Providence, you can tell they know how to shoot from the 3 line. They have a 7-point lead, all from behind that 3 marker. Wow. Add on to Zarinko's 6-point first quarter. The big man gets him started. That's Smith's way to get us started. And it's a turnover. 1 too many steps from the Hillside Comets, Elijah Fletcher. And I apologize, it's actually a personal foul off of Hillside. Turns it over.
That's surprising from Fletcher. He's been He needs to get hot tonight. They need to win this game. He needs to get hot.
Smith, most recent shot, a three-pointer that got us going this exciting second quarter of action, and we're not even a minute in. Smith gives it away. Rust loses the basketball. On the ground, this one is picked up by Dart Siddons. Loses the basketball, poked away by Latman. Latman on possession, drives on through. Thrown to the ground. Allen passes it on up. Dart Siddons loses it once again on the breakaway. Wow, Siddons being poked. Went ahead. Somebody's got their eye on Dart Siddons.
You hear the student section absolutely electric. And I think I mentioned it when we called the Livingston Belleville game. The students are really making a difference. Really helping out the home team find another gear.
It really is. Pass outside. Three ball. Blocked, but New Providence still in the basketball. Latman outside for the big man. Matt Smith able to find Pasdera. He loses the basketball. Cofield calmly and cool collectively dribbling. Able to find Fletcher. Elijah Fletcher with 6 minutes. In the second quarter, he floats one up and finishes. A good finish. Hillside's first points of the quarter.
Student section's really letting him hear it after that foul. They're trying to get in his head, but he seems cool, calm, and collected.
Pivot, pass outside. Here's another three ball. Smith wants to double his points today. He airballs that second three-point opportunity he has. Fletcher, Dart Siddons. Three ball, Cofield, and it's right through. Whoa, the bang. Wow, what a finish.
Didn't even touch the rim line.
I mean, that sounded like a cashier opening up a register.
Pure money.
Three ball. What a response! Domoreski cancels that one out. 26-21.
Fletcher's calling something up here. Let's see what he does.
Pass outside. Smith back out, three-pointer. Cofield tries to be 2 for 2. He cannot do so from the three line this quarter. Give it away. Latman back outside. New Providence doing an excellent job swinging from outside. There's a nice pass to keep New Providence on possession. Overhead pass, Latman. Three ball off the screen. Domoreski can't finish. Being pushed, still getting the rebound and falling down. What an effort from Corey Rust. The sophomores today absolutely killing it for the Pioneers. What a key class as there's a three ball from senior Pasdera. The grades are coming together.
8-point spread now, Ryan.
Wow, New Providence, dead last in their division. They want to make a stand. Hillside tied for first with Oratory Prep. Poked away. And the Pioneers are on the basketball with 4 minutes. Three ball, lightly contested rim. Lucky roll, but no, they're going to say it hit the black marker. That's holding up the hoop here at this gym. The way this net is built, unlike the NBA, is it's connected to the roof. So if it ever hits that and falls in, which is definitely possible, it's canceled.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that's going to slow down the Pioneers at all. And I was apparently incorrect. Coming out of this timeout, the Comets really haven't shown that they're in any position to stage a comeback here. But I'm not really surprised, honestly, by the Pioneers coming out here and scoring. They're averaging over 53 points per game as a team. And they're on pace to score over 60 in this one. But at the same time, Comets defense has been really solid this year. So they're going to need to start holding up these Pioneers, and they're going to need to start putting the ball in the basket and cut this lead. Because right now, it's 8 points. Going half down 8, even 5, even 4, it's still, when you don't have momentum, it's going to be really tough to make up that margin coming into the third quarter as
And
we are
Alex,
approaching half.
This sophomore squad for the Pioneers, absolutely brilliant. Their JV team, mostly freshmen, sophomores. The underclassmen, just brilliant, really. JV with a double-digit victory against Hillside. Prior to this one with a 5:30 tip-off. And then here are the sophomores doing their damage for New Providence. Really the story of why they have this 8-point difference. Trying to upset this one, Alex.
Yeah, we see the shooter, Jackson Zarenko, whose name I feel like we've said a million times. He's been all over the place.
He's been common so far.
He has. He's been huge for this New Providence squad. And then we also can't leave out Andrew Nook. who we haven't mentioned him as much tonight, but I think if he can start getting the ball, if he can get into this game and really get going, I think he's going to be huge for the squad as well.
Hillside on the basketball now. Here's Fletcher, a returner. Drives through. What a play by Fletcher! Oh, as he slams right into the wall, nothing can stop him. Man on a mission. New Providence, 3-ball, Nook. Lucky roll from Nook. Wow, it seems like every time Hillside responds, New Providence comes up with something bigger and more fashionable. Wow.
I like this matchup, Fletcher and Zarinko.
Swung on around, Williams. Darts Siddons. Fake 3-ball, and then this one's finally thrown up. Smith, dry shot. Cofield, back outside. Bounce pass, Darts Siddons. Drives through. Can't finish with the basketball as he tries to finish without it. And a jump ball has worked off the ball being picked up by New Providence. And it's Comets basketball. Williams will jog on over to throw it in. 32-23, New Providence trying to work an upset here in this Union County matchup. Fletcher blocked by fellow number 3, Scott Nook, the senior forward. 3-ball, Rust wants a try. Rust gets his try and finishes in fashion.
That's another sophomore, Ryan.
The sophomore spotlight per quarter here. Zarinko, and we're seeing Rust, and we're seeing all these different sophomores. Andrew Nook. Wow, everything coming together for this Pioneers squad. Too strong of a finish. Falling down, Smith taken away by the Pioneers. Zarinko loses the basketball as he falls down. This one's picked on up by Cofield. Whistles blow, there's a foul. Comet basketball.
We have a double-digit spread here, Ryan. Really out of hand. The Comets really need to get going soon as we are approaching the 2-minute mark of the second quarter.
And New Providence looking for their 5th win of the season. Hillside for their 11th. They come up with their 10th victory just recently. Fletcher wants to contest Moreski, instead will give it away. Fouled, driving on in there for Hillside is Kofi.
It's on the floor.
Fouls on the Pioneers, number 20, J.J. Squirrel, his first personal foul.
Squirrel called on the foul. Hillside to throw it in. 2:15 left to go here in the second quarter of action. 8-minute halftime coming up as here's a finish from Fletcher. 10-point difference. Hillside trying to work themselves back into this one. Strong start to the game this Pioneers have had. Dominated the first quarter. Score only 4-point difference, but you can really tell they were comfortable offensively and making key plays defensively as well.
They're still comfortable. It's 10 points at this point. They took out Zarinko. They also took out the 2 best players on the floor tonight. So I think they're just going to give them a little bit rest before the. And here the student section gets silent. Nook shoots and makes.
11-point lead. New Providence trying to return to their biggest lead of 12. This foul shot will be the determiner, and it will do its job. 12-point separation in favor of the hosts. Williams fakes a 3. Mid-ranger, he stops and shoots. Air ball might have been tipped. Out of bounds, that one was tipped by New Providence. As the Hillside Comets will maintain the basketball, and it looks like Williams will push his way through to throw it in. Minute 50. Left to go in the half. Immediately thrown in. Tossed up. Can't be finished.
Loves those floaters. Tricky
From Latman as he gives it away. Gets it right back after working together with J.J. Squirrel. Screen. Doesn't do Nook justice. He gives it away. This ball finds Azdera. Squirrel. Nook. Nook reverts outside of the paint now. Little comical retreat. Oh. Stepping on through and finishing, Scotty Nook.
Look at that finger roll. Phenomenal.
New Providence really feeling it. They got to maintain this lead. They're taking on a strong Comets team that has shown so with their record. As here's a whistle. Foul on the floor. New Providence committing a lot of fouls on the floor this half.
Yeah, but it seems to be working, whatever strategy, intentional or not. They have a 14-point lead with a minute left in the half. That foul was on Scott Nook.
Hillside just really trying to use this halftime to switch momentum and try and knock down New Providence's solid lead as much as possible. Fletcher looking for help. It's a bounce pass. Dart Siddons tries to power through, chucks it up, gets a whistle. It's a foul. Comets are in the bonus.
Fouls on Pioneers, number 3, Scotty Nook, his second personal foul.
So Nook, the guilty verdict.
Once again.
Center line shooting 2.
Student section trying to be as annoying as possible as it will work with the first shot. Siddons a little too uncomfortable, a little overthrown.
That's good for Scotty Nook.
Simmons not a shooter, hasn't hit a 3 yet, but he's been pretty good from the line. I suggest missed the second.
Over 0 for 2, hit the rim twice as here's the 3 ball from Fletcher. It's off, rushes for his own rebound, can't get it as it's whisked away by Pesdera. 40 seconds left to play here in the second quarter.
You think they take?
I think they do. They seem to be working quite quickly this entire game, but maybe they want to slow it down for this one. They built a solid lead. Maybe want to put an exclamation point on the second quarter like they did in the first. Time taken from Latman as he gives it with a big three-pointer. It's his only stat line today. He gives it away to Demoreski. Latman drives on through, chucks it up, over Cofield and finishes. So Hillside will get an opportunity with 5 seconds as Williams is rushed. Williams, got to work quickly, swung on outside. Fletcher needs to shoot, pivots, chucks it up, and finishes the quarter with a 2-pointer. 41-27, we go to the half. We'll be right back after this message from our sponsors right here on the D1 Media page on the NFHS Network. Stay tuned.
The North Jersey Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Institute is the preferred practice for diagnosis and orthopedic treatment in New Jersey. From the moment you become a patient in our practice, our experienced team supports you until your full recovery with education, compassion, and understanding. Our focus includes sports injuries, as well as the treatment of a broad range of orthopedic complaints, from common tendon ailments and arthritic joint pain to traumatic injuries. Our facility offers an on-site physical therapy suite. In conjunction with specifically designed exercise programs, non-invasive and advanced healing technology, we can not only address the current injury, but also find the underlying cause, such as muscle weakness, imbalance, or improper form. We also offer non-surgical modalities, such as platelet-rich plasma injections, which can lead to an accelerated recovery. To provide efficient and excellent care, personal interactions and individualized attention for each patient is important. We are committed to create a protocol that can eliminate similar injuries in the future. At North Jersey Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Institute, we are dedicated to providing the highest standard of care and comfort of athletes, including patients with non-related sports injuries. Board-certified orthopedic surgeon and sports medicine specialist Dr. Michael Rosanella utilizes non-surgical and minimally invasive surgical procedures to help patients regain back their quality of life.
All right, this is Adam, take 2. Mark?
I guess.
I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I want to encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
Up the middle, barreling towards the goal line. Baldwin is in for a Vance touchdown.
Right down the middle, man. Just got, and he keep going, and he
the ball's loose.
And they hop back on it, and that's a touchdown.
Short punt, bounces at the 35, fielded at the 40 by Quick, out to the corner. He's got blockers and a lot of green grass in front of him. Cuts back, he's in for a touchdown.
sling pass in the flat.
If he gets to the corner, he's going to get in the end zone.
Touchdown.
Good job, block. 3rd down and 17, a handoff, getting to the outside. There's a hole, there's a first down, and all the way to the races is Elijah McWilliams to the house for a touchdown and for an IMIC for a division championship.
Summit's good too, who knows. Union County's impossible to win.
Here, here's how I want to do it.
We're back. Welcome back here to New Providence High School, as we're now going to take a look at the standings in the Mountain Division.
So as we mentioned before, Hillside is tied with Oratory for first place with a 10-3 record. On the other side, New Providence is in last as of right now. However, they are playing a really good game tonight. And I've been saying it throughout the first half. Standings in a game like this do not matter. And I also mentioned that New Providence has the second most efficient offense in the Mountain Division coming into today. And we see that with a 41-point first half. On the other side of things, however, they have also been the worst defense, allowing 860 points against in just 15 games. However, they've kept a really good Hillside squad to under 30 points in the half, which is a really good look for them. It's really promising.
Alex, halftime 41-27, New Providence Pioneers lead. Let's talk about the first half for a minute. What'd you think of the first half?
I mean, all I can say is wow. We came into this looking at the standings. I know I said I don't matter, but coming into a game, you can kind of gauge where teams are by looking at their records and how they stack up against their competitors. No, this is starting to shape up, and I don't want to speak too soon, to be a David and Goliath type story. You have Hillside, who's one of the dominant forces in this Mountain Division. New Providence, who is on a 3-game skid, and they've lost 5 of their last 6. They don't have a lot of momentum coming into this, but they came out flying, including 6 points by Zarinko to start off the game in the first few minutes. And that really got the guys on the court going, the guys on the bench, and the student section, which has really been, in my opinion, a fundamental part of this, what I would call dominance.
We're going to go to break. When we get back, more on the 41-27 difference, including the last time these two teams met. Stay tuned. T1 Media for Page, NFA Just Network, Union County Hoops.
Here's Kramer. Kramer walking in. Pass in front, they score! 5. Puck comes back out to the point. Gorski with a shot, and then they score! Slap shot from the point. Block the side. Here comes Ken Bishop walking in short-handed. He scores! Off the head for the Marauders. Here comes Bigwitz. They score! Michael Bigwitz for St. Peter's Pep, and they lead it 3-2. The celebration is underway. The horn sounds, and the Glen Rock Panthers are the McGinnis Cup champions. But that's going to do it. The revenge tour is complete. The Don Bosco Prep Ironmen are the Gordon Cup Conference champions.
Welcome back, Union County Hoops, live from New Providence, Union County, New Jersey. Ryan Lowy, Alex Weiss, Jordan Cooper on camera, and Alex on color today. Tell us about the last time these two teams met, a little bit more in depth.
So the Comets and the Pioneers had a really close game on January 11th, not too long ago. The final score was Comets 43, Pioneers 42. Taking a deeper look at the stats here, the Comets out-rebounded New Providence 30-20, and senior Garen Igho recorded 11 points and 3 rebounds, accompanied by Dart Siddons' 15 rebounds. On the other side of things, New Providence recorded 12 team assists, and something we've seen tonight is the abundance of 3-point shots. They hit 5 threes in that game, which I don't know exactly what it is tonight, but I think they're going to get well over that in this showing against the Comets. James Pizdera, no surprise here, he recorded 15 points, 7 rebounds, and a block, accompanied by another star of the team, Will Latman, who put up 8 points, 6 rebounds, and 6 assists.
And Alex, now reverting back to the standings, as we said earlier, because it's going to be a tight one to see who wins the Mountain Division, the second highest division within the Union County Conference. And let's talk for a minute. As I said earlier, it is a very hard to impossible division to win, the Mountain Division and of course the Watchung Division, if you are not Rosedale Catholic or a dominating team in the Mountain. And a dominating team in the Mountain has been Hillside, but their struggles right now against New Providence, a struggling team, might really give Oratory the one-up.
I agree. I mean, we can see it's a 14-point spread coming into the second half. That's 5 possessions, and the way that New Providence has been able to push the pace, play their game offensively, and they've played a pretty decent defensive outing as well. I don't know logistically if the Hillside Comets are going to be able to make up this difference. And if they are, it's not going to be an easy process. 5 possessions back in a back and forth game like this, where the Comets were starting to heat up towards the end of the second quarter, and they were starting to hit some shots led by Elijah Fletcher. But they're going to need to really heat up. And like I said, 5 possessions, no easy task. If they really put their heads down and get to it, anything's possible in the sport of basketball. So you obviously can't count them out. But the road to victory for the Hillside Comets is one that, for this second half, will be windy, bumpy, and not a road for the average team. These Comets really need to find their next gear.
Well, Alex, New Providence was absolutely clicking. Their sophomore squad has really been pushing through. Which sophomores have stood out for you the most so far on New Providence in their 41 points to Hillside's 27?
I've said it once and I've said it again. The 3-sport sophomore sharpshooter Jackson Zarinko has been lights out for these Pioneers. He came out, we knew immediately that he was going to be the X factor for this New Providence squad, and he's done just that. He's put them on the board, he's hit shots when he needed to, he's gotten steals, he's been a reliable guy on defense. Someone else that we haven't talked about as much, Corey Rust, another sophomore on this Pioneer squad. He's been playing exceptionally well. He had a really nice shot before, and I think that he has been really good.
Well, Hillside is back and shooting and getting ready for a big second half that they need. New Providence with a big first half, trying to upset the Comets here in this Mountain Divisional game, are ready for the second half. We'll be right back. And coming up, second half basketball, New Providence and Hillside on the Deal With Me Provision, the NFH's network.
All right, this is Adam. Take 2. Mark?
I guess.
I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I want to encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
Welcome back, Union County Hoops second half. New Providence and Hillside. Hillside 27, New Providence, the home team, leading with 41. Great basketball we saw in the first half. The sophomores really carrying New Providence to a strong lead here. They're approaching the 50 marker. Hillside struggling coming into this one, but I think some big names we've seen, Dart Siddons, Elijah Williams, have been able to connect, but also a lot of key shots they've missed, and they've been heavily defended. Something we don't see in the NBA, but that we really see New Providence doing is defense.
It does. You mentioned the sophomores. I just want to shout out the seniors. And Scotty Nook with 12, leading the team in the first half in the points column.
Latman gets it right back after passing it away as the Pioneers start off the third quarter of action in possession. We'll see who gets us started score-wise, as it's a pretty comfortable lead for the Pioneers of 14. Free ball comes in here, in and out. Rebound controllably by Igu. Here come the Comets. Fletcher. Igu. Fletcher. Igu. Williams. Long 3. Rim backboard and out. Poked and kept in bounds by the Pioneers.
Who else but Will Latman?
Yeah, Latman really cooking today. The senior guard really been supporting these sophomores and controlling this game. Zarinko plays it out to the corner where it's bounce pass back to the key. Here's Zarinko, worked on out. Hasdera swung on far side. Found for a mid-ranger, rim backboard, and out by a Nook. Hillside a rebound once again, Igu. 2 rebounds in a row, getting the Comets back in the basketball. We're still awaiting first points of the second half. Right here, Union County Hoops on the D1 Media page on the NFHS Network. Williams, mid-range jumper, fouled on the way up. Can't get the lucky roll, but will go to the line. Pazdera, the guilty verdict.
Pazdera, another senior who was really good in his first half, 6 points, and his presence on the court has been a big part of this Pioneers lead.
First shot goes. Williams now for the second. 1 for 2. So first point of the third quarter, the second half comes from Williams. He goes 1 for 2 at the line. Pioneers will now throw it in. Off the rebounding foul from the Comets.
That was Delroy Smith with an over the back.
Overhead pass. Up come the Pioneers. Outside, a fake 3-ball comes. Pazdera. Zarinko. Poked away, but a foul on the poke. A little too aggressive and chippy.
You use the word aggressive, I like that. They're wasting no time coming out of the locker room. They're doing full court press to start the second half. They know they have their ways to go to get back in this game. They're not wasting any time. They want to get back in it, and they want to get back in it now.
3-ball. Off here in this 5-possession game. Igu keeps it in bounds, but a sliding save to keep it in. Pass connection, foul going up. Right there is on. Good New Providence effort there. Hillside as well, but New Providence getting a lucky stick.
Yeah, you saw hustle on both sides there, but now it ends up with Nook getting to the line, and he's looking to extend his lead.
Nook from the 3-throw line will connect them first. Back to 14-point difference. This one goes in, it'll be the biggest lead of the day for New Providence, and they're continuing to expand on it. Biggest lead of the day for New Providence. 6 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Igu, contested 3-ball, rim and out. Rebound, New Providence Pioneers, fought by DeMareski. And here's Zarinko, who lit it up in the first quarter, really spearheaded this Pioneers lead that has expanded to 14. Good chest passes here, Zarinko. From the outside, heaves up, fakes the shot. Bounce pass, ball on the ground, jump ball. Good defensive effort there by the Comets, Alex.
That was Nook for the Pioneers and Delroy Smith for the Comets. Both of them showing tremendous effort on that loose ball. Now jump ball goes to the Comets. We're looking to find the way back from this 50-point deficit.
Williams to Fletcher. Cofield, Williams, bounce pass tipped out of bounds.
That was off the leg of James Pazdera.
Alex, one thing we noticed is Hillside definitely has the height this game, but rebounds have really been dominated by New Providence.
Yeah, it's surprising. You see a foul there.
Fouls on Pioneers, number 4.
Again, as we said, Hillside currently at the line right now is Smith. Smith 6'7", Allen 6'7", Siddon 6'5", Igu 6'6". A lot of height on this team. 6'1" is Michael Cofield. Hillside definitely not contested when it comes to the verticals.
100%, but like you said, they're getting out rebounded, and I don't think that's a lack of height. I think that's a lack of heart and effort. I think to start off this game, they didn't come out to play, and obviously we see it's reflected on the scoreboard as Smith hits.
Shot goes. Zarinko played it up to Nook. Nook can't finish as he's defensively contested brilliantly. Pass relayed over to Williams. Fletcher can't finish. Poked out of bounds by the Comets, and New Providence will take over Smith. Poked it away.
We see this full court press, doubling the ball. They're being really aggressive, and so far it's worked out in their favor. We haven't seen a basket for the Pioneers in quite a
Fletcher. Williams Driving through, mid-ranger. Punched up, unable to be finished. Rebounding foul right there. Nook. Getting a little pushy on Dart Siddons.
Part of this aggression and this newfound effort from the Comets is going to be being a little more chippy, playing with a little more grit. Nothing wrong with that, but that's what they need to win this game.
Fletcher, outside. Might have been on the line where the toes, but the shot is off anyway. Fletcher, Dart Siddons, back outside, 3-ball Cofield. Too strong. Offensive rebound and put back. Once again, air ball. Delroy Smith.
Student section's letting them know that they got 2 in a row.
3-ball. In and out. Dart Siddons rebound. Dart Siddons really using his verticals and his athleticism.
We saw in warm-ups, Siddons was dunking. We haven't seen that in game yet, but it would be electric for these Comets if he could slam one down here.
Williams trying to put Hillside on top of things. Makes it an 11-point difference. What a shot. Perfectly contested and everything. As New Providence has trouble crossing the line without any trouble. A lot of extra effort they've been having to put in this third quarter. Hillside coming in with the right mentality. Here's a 3-ball. And New Providence just continues to cancel out Hillside spurts of goodness as Pazdera finishes. 46-32. Pioneers trying to secure an upset. Williams, fadeaway, jumper from the mid-range is good. Excellent finish. Taken away by Hillside on the press. Thrown on up. What a finish. Michael Cofield. Hillside getting frustrated with New Providence's response, so they're now putting in the extra effort on the press. These are not weak presses. These are strong presses. Here's a 3-ball. New Providence just can't avoid that 3-pointer. They're addicted to it. Scott Nook. Wow.
This is absolutely electric, Ryan. Neither of these teams can miss, and I don't want to jinx it, but both of these teams are hitting their shots from all over the place. This is shaping up to be a really exciting end to the third and fourth quarter.
Williams fakes a 3, drives on in. Pass taken away. Relayed over to Pazdera. He's challenged, chucks one up and finishes.
There's a 2-on-1 there. He elected to take it himself, and it worked.
Well, the Hillside bench filled with a few parents, a little frustrated. Siddons. Smith, taken away. New Providence. Pazdera doing well on defense. A lit-up 3-point shooter in Zorinko. Can't finish this time. I guess not feeling it as much this second half.
Despite that, he's cool, calm, and collected in this. I want to point out James. He's looked in the second half. He's been all over the place defensively, hitting his shots offensively, and he is the reason right now that they've kept this lead at 15.
Alex, every single time Hillside pushes forward, New Providence has a response.
Well, every action has an equal, the opposite reaction, Ryan. We learned that in school, and it could not be more true tonight. We see the Comets trying to make a push to get back in this game, and they've had some really good plays on offense. Their press for the most part has been somewhat successful, but for every finger roll and for every drive to the basket that they can complete, we see the New Providence Pioneers come back, drain a 3, and extend their lead from 14 coming into the third quarter to 15 now as we approach the end of this third frame.
Timeout meets its conclusion.
Something to watch out for here is that the Comets only have 2 timeouts left, well over 10 minutes to go in this game. So if they want to make a comeback here, they're also going to have to look at the clock and manage it appropriately.
Once again, 2 teams have 5 timeouts per game and 4 8-minute quarters of action. 2 minutes left to go here in the third. One other quarter coming up next. A good finish by Allen, getting his first points of the game. Trying to get Hillside on the right side of things, but as we said, the Pioneers know how to react to Hillside's pressure. Let's see if they can do it here. Zorinko was feeling it the whole first half. Missed his only field goal opportunity here in the second half. He tries to find himself open as he receives a pass from Latman. Zorinko bounce passes one now to Pazdera.
9 of the 10 starters are in the game right now, Ryan. These teams are giving it their all.
Hillside not trying to give up on this one. They're fighters, and they believe they can come back into this one. Fletcher lays it up, contested by Zarenko. It's an 11-point difference. Hillside, timeout might have paid off. New Providence really struggling to connect their passes. Hillside really trying to work on double teaming defense, which is why reasons like these, Pioneers able to get three-point opportunities. Punch down out, three-pointer, no good. 2 off, Fletcher rebound. Fletcher taken away. Poked away. Pioneers control. And now they will use their first time out of the game.
I mentioned the 15-point lead. It's down to 11 as we have just over 50 seconds left in this quarter. The animosity that we've seen out of this Comets team has been, it's been explosive in these last few minutes. And I know I said it before, 15 points, now 11. It's a long road to go, but I think that if they keep up this play, and if they keep outplaying Pioneers as they have been in these last couple of possessions, I think they might, just might, have a possibility at coming away victorious tonight.
Well, New Providence calls their first time out, up by 11. We'll be right back.
All right, this is Adam, take 2. Mark?
I guess.
I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I want to encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
.44 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. New Providence's lead has been shimmying it down to just 11, but they know how to respond, and this time out will hopefully punch them back up.
Yeah, I think that they needed a moment to take a breath, kind of regroup, because the lead slowly but surely is going to support. So I think that they needed that timeout. They needed possession. They need a set of play. They need to get points.
45 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. New Providence. Looks like they're trying to run down some time. Still a double-digit difference in which it's been the whole quarter. Hillside really trying to shave down that Pioneers lead in time for that fourth quarter of action. Here for some Union County hoops on the T1 Media Pro page on the NFHS Network. About 15 seconds, no shot clock in high school basketball at any level. It's been a debate for a long time. Relay pass on up. Finish no good. Tipped by the Comets.
Questionable call there, as they're saying that it went off Delroy Smith of the Comets, and the Pioneers will retain possession on a questionable call with 3 seconds left.
Thrown in. 3 ball is off. Tipped up. And that will do the third quarter. 51-40. New Providence.
It looks like we had a foul as the buzzer was sounded.
But that will do the third quarter because they still take the shot during the end of the third quarter. 51-40 is the final third quarter score. Added to the fourth is a shot by Nook. 52-40.
We're going to extend the lead back to 13 entering the fourth. And he does it.
We'll be back for the fourth quarter.
The North Jersey Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Institute is the preferred practice for diagnosis and orthopedic treatment in New Jersey. From the moment you become a patient in our practice, our experienced team supports you until your full recovery with education, compassion, and understanding. Our focus includes sports injuries, as well as the treatment of a broad range of orthopedic complaints, from common tendon ailments and arthritic joint pain to traumatic injuries. Our facility offers an on-site physical therapy suite, in conjunction with specifically designed exercise programs, non-invasive and advanced healing technology. We can not only address the current injury, but also find the underlying cause, such as muscle weakness, imbalance, or improper form. We also offer non-surgical modalities, such as platelet-rich plasma injections, which can lead to an accelerated recovery. To provide efficient and excellent care, personal interactions and individualized attention for each patient is important. We are committed to create a protocol that can eliminate...
Sorry to NJ Orthopedics, but we have a fourth quarter coming up on the D1 Media Prepared the NFHS Network. 13-point lead for the New Providence Pioneers, Alex.
I think this is going to shave up a really good one. That questionable call at the end, these extra 2 points, might be the difference maker for these Pioneers, but the parents over here in the section, Comets fans, are sure to let the ref hear it.
Pass tipped, still controlled though by the Pioneers. 13-point lead they have. First and second quarter shots gave them the lead. They were able to expand on it. They swing it around right now. No shot clock. You can see it really pissing off the Hillside section of fans. This one tipped, but still controlled by the Pioneers.
I think that it's pretty interesting to me. 4 of the 5 starters for the Comets are on the floor. One exception being Delroy Smith being subbed out for Michael Cofield, the junior getting swapped out for the senior.
Hillside fans getting quite loud. A whole minute this possession has been. Pioneers trying to stall time. And wow, Alex, they're doing a good job. Might be able to finish here. Instead, this ball is still controlled. Mid-range jumper completes the long possession. James Pesdera, Alex.
And who else but James Pesdera? He has been phenomenal for these Pioneers.
Comets control. Driving in, throwing it up, and finishing. Cofield. Oh, and down goes Zarinko. Hit hard to the court on the defensive attempt of blocking Delroy Smith, the junior 6'7" forward. A little bit too much boxing.
Oh, you can never complain about too much effort. The pump fake on the pass just got to him, and he jumped, ended up falling on Zarinko. Thankfully, everyone's okay, but it will be Pioneers' ball inbounding from the right side of their own baseline.
Well, there is a cost to a little bit too much effort in basketball, and that is that fouls are called quite often. Chucked up and finished right there. Nothing but net for Cofield.
There you see the height by the Comets. They were able to double team and swarm that ball and get that ball. And now it's only the right point spread.
What an athletic play right there by Smith. Smith keeps it in for the Pioneers, extends this already pretty long possession. He's in the ball right now, and throws it away. Cofield. Relay shot. Can't get the lucky roll. Rebound, Smith.
Smith using his size to his advantage, boxing out and getting that rebound.
Big win for the Pioneers if they're able to hold on to this one. Potentially their biggest of the year. As if we take a look at their other big wins this year, Alex, they might not be comparable. Mid-range jumper from Smith, rimming out, and it's a Hillside rebound. 67-47 win over Summit, 57-54 over Roselle. Pass inside, Dart Simmons finishes. Hillside only down now by 9.
A single-digit lead. Let's see, we have a whistle here. What is the call?
.5:10 left to go here in the fourth quarter. As a whistle blows and a timeout for New Providence, Alex. And that gives me a chance to finish my statement. Again, wins, most recent one versus Raleigh, 55-44. Win against Madison in the Cougar Classic, 59-57. Win against Summit, 67-47. Win versus Roselle in the Pac, 57-44. So their most dominant win this year being 20 against Summit. And obviously this would be the best team that they would take down this year to date.
And I think I don't want to call it before it's too soon, but if they come out here victorious, it's a well-deserved win. I mean, these guys have been playing their hearts out. They've been doing what they need to do. But with that being said, the Comets they've brought it down to a single-digit lead, and they are right on the doorstep. These guys are flying, and they don't look like they're going to slow down anytime soon. Their press is working. They're getting the ball. They're getting points off of swarming the ball area. And I think that if they continue the animosity on defense, they continue to push the pace on offense, this 9-point lead is going to slowly slip away from these Pioneers as this New Providence timeout comes to a conclusion. We will see the inbound from Matt Demoreski.
Well, New Providence, a lot of competition coming up because just 2 days from today, they're going to be taking on that other powerhouse in the Mountain Division of the U16. That's Oratory Prep at 1 p.m. on Saturday. Right back into this one we are. New Providence in the basketball, up by 9. Their smallest lead of the second half on display. Traveling violation. Hillside trying to post a comeback with under 5 minutes left to go here in the fourth quarter of basketball.
Yeah, unfortunately for the Pioneers, that was Scotty Nook. Just lost his balance, stumbled a little bit. That's all it takes for the Comets to get a spark. They're crossing half court now. You see Fletcher calling a play, and I don't think they're going to miss here.
Fletcher with a nice move. Chucked on up. Too strong from Cofield. And New Providence will try and burn some seconds and slowly control. He had a great first half. That's Zarinko. Tries to drive on inbounds pass connection inside. And the finish from Nook. Every point counts as New Providence will try and run back away with it.
I really like Zarinko. Guys are similar in size, both very skilled basketball players, and the two of them going head-to-head is something that I love to see, and it's a pleasure for these guys.
Elijah Fletcher, a returning starter for the Hillside Comets. 3 ball, darts in. Foul on the rebound, and it will stay right here.
You mentioned Fletcher. Fletcher has been amazing. Like I said, he's leading his team in points, assists, 2-point baskets, and steals. He's been phenomenal, averaging well over 10 points per game, and it will stay below the New Providence hoop. See the inbound here.
Cofield powers through and finishes. Hillside back within the single-digit points of 9. Little double team effort, kept on it, spin move, catch from Cazdera, and now on the attack are the Pioneers, just where they need to be at this moment in time. Experienced coach Art Catano holds his head, signals for a play. Intriguing effort right there, but won't pay off by Latman. Hillside still trying to cut down that New Providence comfortable lead coming into the fourth quarter.
There's this matchup again.
A good finish from Igu. Is Hillside a little tardy to the party here on their strong effort? They're still
3 minutes though, 7 points. It's 3 possessions. I think they can do it. Will they? I don't know, but it's definitely possible.
Well, here's the good news for them. Even if they can't come back from this and lose, their Pioneers, if they play like this, could definitely also take down Oratory Prep on Saturday. Pioneers take down both teams. Pioneers already out of the run to possibly win their division. Both the Comets and Oratory Prep still square to try and win the division.
Coach Chavo there from Zarinko. He didn't get it, and now we see a foul, and that will be on Dart Siddons. Excuse me, that was on Fletcher. That was off the ball. Not sure what it was there, but we're going to see the Pioneers retain possession and look to extend their 7-point lead.
Providence on the basketball. Will Latman. One-on-one with Cofield. Demoreski. Cazdera kicked out of bounds. Hillside takes over. A revolt from the Comets.
That was Fletcher. That was Fletcher on Zarinko. Like I said, this matchup is a treat to watch. These two have been not hurting each other. They're just two competitive basketball players, two very skilled competitive basketball players. And this is shaping up to be a very exciting finish, sending around the 2 of them. 7-point lead for the Pioneers, but you know, the Comets have been flying as of late, and I really think that they have a shot at coming away victorious.
Well, for those of you who love Union County Athletics, for those of you who love Essex County Athletics, we have a battle to see who wins the McInnes Division and a battle to see who's first come time for the state play. Ice hockey down at Cody Arena in West Orange as the Westfield Blue Devils will try and get revenge against the Livingston Lancers this Saturday. The last time those two teams met was here in Union County down at Warreneco in Roselle. Final score of that one, 3-2 Lancers. They had a 3-0 lead. Then the boards broke, little glass crack, and then the game had to stop. Westfield responded with 2 goals, but Livingston held their lead and the victory. Westfield has since taken the division and we will see who takes on the victory of their division, who's first come state playoffs in the highest division of the public bracket, and who is going to be first place in the McInnes Cup. That's Saturday. I'll be on the call alongside Jacob Bourne, 5:45 puck drop coverage, a little before 5:30. G1 Naval NFA Chess Network, folks. That's great ice hockey, a little Essex Union competition in the highest level of all public school hockey in the state of New Jersey. But we have Union County basketball here in the Mountain Division. What a game it's been. Hillside trying to post a comeback. This three off the rim, poked away and controlled by Zarinko and New Providence.
No press here. It's interesting. We see Fletcher across our court.
Under 2 minutes. Pass outside. A little icing three ball. Scott Nook.
Who else?
Wow. What a finish. 100 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Three ball. In response, rimming out. Rebound Zarinko. Picking up stats left and right. What a first half this kid had, and a key rebound in the second half.
Coach Giles really adamant about what he wants his players to do here if he wants a chip. That was a questionable call. Like I said, Coach Giles really wants his team to win here. Like you said, first year at the helm, we want to take an L.
Nook will give it away and off for a screen, and a whistle comes. A little foul on Williams, trying to press through.
Fouls on the Comets, number 2's first personal.
We're looking at minute 12 here, 10-point spread. And with every second that ticks by, the chances of the Comets staging what I would call nothing short of a miraculous comeback, the chances dwindle and become lower and lower as the lead increases to 11. With
the 1-and-1 first shot is good.
Yeah, lead increases to 11 on a Zarinko made free throw. And
2 for 2 at the line. Zarinko really having quite the day. First half of explosiveness for him. Key rebound and 2 key shots. 12-point lead for the Pioneers. 3 ball from Williams in response. Rimming out just a tad bit too strong. Hillside on the rebound on the ground. Whistle comes and it looks like it's a foul instead of a jump. Do Coach Mills or Giles want to call a timeout? It looks like that's exactly what they do. They want to talk it over. And Alex, what do you think their game plan is right now? About a minute left to play.
You have just under a minute, 59 and change to go. I think that, listen, 12 points in a minute, is it doable? 100%. With the skill that these Comets have, I think that without a doubt, it's possible. As to whether or not the Pioneers are going to bend to the point where they break, I think it's hard to say. I think they've been playing a really good game. They've allowed 50 points with just a minute left to go in this game. I think defensively they've played overall a decent game for a squad that's been letting up a lot of points this year. But push comes to shove, I would be tremendously surprised if Hillside comes away victorious. And honestly, if they come within 5, I think I consider it a good finish for them. It's just like you said. I'd like to quote Ryan Lowy here: "Tardy to the party."
Tardy to the party. Fletcher to Williams and back to Fletcher. Hillside loses the basketball. Fletcher gets it poked away, and Hillside immediately responds with a foul. No breathing room in the possession there.
No, 50 seconds left here. So we're going to see a 1-1 out. 12-point lead. And we see the only Pioneer on the offensive side of the court is Demoreski, as the other 4 are back, as we see Latin out across half, but still outside the 3-point arc. These guys are focusing on defense, the 13-point lead, and we'll see if they can make it 14.
In and out. Comets on the basketball, down the pass. Egu, overhead pass to Fletcher. Williams, Comets seems to get a shot off. Fletcher, what defense we've seen from New Providence here. Thrown up.
I saw another dunk attempt there. That was Delroy Smith. He was not able to get it, but he was fouled on the way up. He's going to shoot 2 shots here. Hopefully for the Comets, he had to lead within 11, but still, even so, with 2 made shots, it's a lot of student section. I don't know if it's going to be enough.
Rim backboard, rim and out.
With this made free throw, 12-point game with 32 and change left on the clock. I really don't think that it's going to be possible, but these Comets have showed a valiant effort as the second free throw is good.
63-51, the scoreline is.
quick ball movement, trying to avoid getting fouled.
Here come New Providence down the court. They control, they'll try and burn the clock. Here comes the applause. And a whistle blows to stop this one. And there's a personal foul from Hillside, and New Providence will go to the line. But, you know, New Providence brought a good crowd in, good student section for a struggling team they've been this season. They're going to clap this one to its finish.
They are, and of course, Scotty Nook, a lights-out shooter. He's absolutely on fire tonight. I think he's going to be my player of the game. He's been lights out, like I said. The amount of shots he's made, the difficulty of shots he's made, he's been absolutely phenomenal as he sinks two throws there as the clock ticks down here. Phenomenal effort by both sides, but the Pioneers will get their revenge. Ryan?
9 seconds left to go, and the Comets are now at the line. Comets trying to extend this game as much as possible. They're down by 14 as they're not quite yet in the bonus, so they revert to the throw in from the side. The ball's lost immediately and given to the Pioneers of New Providence.
Like I said, the Pioneers are getting sweet revenge. They're not in contention, but if they're going down, they want to take other guys down with them.
3 seconds, 2 seconds. Here comes the applause. It's an upset victory for the New Providence Pioneers. They move to 5-11 and revert the Comets to 10-4. And that's a huge, huge, huge win for them, Alex, as they have to take on a very tough squad with an Oratory Prep top of their division this Saturday. This will be good momentum for them as Hillside, a very tough loss and a very tough ride home across county.
Upset, it's the perfect word. You see a last place team that's been struggling 3 games after the last 6 against a team that's been very successful, coming off a nearly 40-point win against a struggling Newark Lab team. This is an incredible upset. Extremely fun game to watch, extremely fun game to call.
Well, Alex, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for joining me. Ryan Lowy, play-by-play, Alex Keller, and Jordan, the recording Cooper, always doing an excellent job on camera representing the D1 Media Pro page on the NFHS network, right here at New Providence High School's main gym facility in New Providence, Union County, New Jersey, Union County Mountain Division Hoops. Signing off right here. Have a great evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for tuning in. Toodaloo.
He's going to take it himself for a championship! A double play wins it from Frazier!
Turn it to the end zone. What a catch!